welcome to the channel, and today we'll be talking about the iFi GoPod Air. And this was sent out by iFi. They're not asking me to say or do anything other than my honest opinion regarding the iFi GoPod Air. Let's talk about this TWS, or True Wireless Adapter for your high-end or just IEMs. Let's dive into build and aesthetic and move on from there. All right, the iFi GoPod Air. This is brought to you by, no, joking. All right, so the iFi GoPod Air, it's a pretty basic TWS True Wireless IEM system here. Comes with a quick reference, quick start guide, and tells you how to, pair everything. And then you can download the iFi mobile app to do like EQ and updates and that kind of jazz. Comes with a USB-C to B cable. I have my own USB-C cable, so I didn't really bother with that. Comes with this pretty dope case. It's actually really powerful too. Like I'm squeezing pretty damn hard, and it is not crushing. So that's really good, really protective. There's the battery part of the case, which you plug in here, which will charge the TWS GoPod Airs. Pretty decent zipper there. And then inside you will have these extra 2-pin adapters, where right now I have the MMCX cable adapters on there right now, so I can use my lovely Andromeda Golds. But to go over the build of these, the form holds really well. You can kind of get an idea there, and it holds its form. And the rubber itself is very soft and pliable. I really like it, even though it holds its form. It does not feel bad on your ear when it's on your ear, and really digging on that, the soft rubber feel of it. I guess weird kind of thing to talk about. Anyways, the TWS themselves are pretty awesome. They are basically this kind of job, and they have the 2 pins, so you just unplug and you plug back in to go in there. I'm doing this a little bit too fast, so let me make sure I do this correct. And it does have a little guide in there, so you can just pop it in. This is the MMCX, so I can use my Andromeda Golds, which I love. These are probably my favorite IEMs that I own, and I haven't had a desire to upgrade from them since getting them, outside of some other older, like I had the Unique Melody Mest and that kind of thing that I was trying out with the 2-pin, but I keep going back to the Andromeda Golds because I love them. They're fantastic. It's a basier version of the 2020 Andromeda, I believe. Shocking thing, they actually pair very well with the Andromeda Golds, because the Andromeda Golds are very sensitive. I had no noise floor or no noise issues with the GoPod Airs. They just worked. It was pretty impressive that this just, yeah, kind of plug and play and just worked. I'm very impressed with that. Build and aesthetic is going to be hit or miss for aesthetic, because it's just a big black dongle looking thing that hangs off the back of your ear. I don't think you're getting these for the aesthetics. It's more of the use case and being able to use your higher end IEMs on the go, which this does in spades. I'm really impressed with that. I just literally unplugged it from the case after charging it for a bit, after unboxing it, paired it on my iPhone, and no problems. It just worked. So that was always impressive for me. When I have the least amount of barriers to just enjoying what I have, the better off I am. Back to build, it's solid plastic. It has a little connector here for charging. No big issue here. It's plastic. It has a nice texture to the front and back. The sides are smooth, but they're kind of grippy. I don't know. There's not much to talk about. The build is the build. It's plastic, and aesthetically it looks okay, and not a big deal. But yeah, that's the build and aesthetic for the iFi GoPod Airs. It's solid plastic. It does its job, and I have no qualms with it. It's also very light. So even though it's kind of large for hanging behind your ear, it's actually really light, and I didn't really notice any comfort issues with it when using it. Yeah, pretty fantastic for comfort as well. I had no issues comfort wise. There is one problem though, where it is quite bulky. So I had to take my eyeglasses off, and I had to take my hat off and put these on and make sure it fit in there properly with my ears, and get it all situated, and then put my glasses and hat back on if I was wearing a hat or what have you. So something to take into account. You're not just going to plop this right on your ear and be good to go. At least in my experience, it's not as convenient as the AirPods Pro or another similar like Bud style where you just pop it in your ear. You do have to wrap it around your ear and get it to like fit. So take that into account. And then when you get ready to charge it, you just plop it in this little thing, and then make sure that the cable's sitting in there properly and popped in there. And I'm actually needing to charge it, but you can see a little light popped on saying it's charging. These are actually fully charged, but the case needs to be charged. So yeah, that's the iFi GoPod Air. And yeah, on to final thoughts. All right, so that's build and aesthetic. This thing's pretty awesome. It's one of those things that when I first got it in, it just worked the way I thought it would do. So I paired it with my current favorite and or past favorite IEM, the Campfire Audio Andromeda Gold. Say that 10 times fast. So one of the reasons why I like this one so much is also because it's MMCX, which allows it to spin on the adapter cable here, which is really nice because then it's easier to one, put back in the case, and then two, I can basically, let's make sure this is the right one, go, it's a little bit easier to adjust for my ear. I can just kind of let it twist in there and then get in and boom. So yeah, so you can kind of see, like I was talking about before, it's not the prettiest thing. It dangles off the back of your ear like that. And it's, aesthetically, as far as like dead on, like it's hard to tell you're wearing it, but as soon as you go sideways or from, it's a big giant black little dongle thing on the back of your ear. So aesthetically, not the best, but comfort wise, I don't really notice it. It fits just fine. And I don't, even with my glasses on, even, it's not a big deal. It works, it sounds good, and it's comfortable. Like that rubber, along the top part right here is excellent. It really soft. It doesn't, no issues. Onto the sound aspect of the iFi Go Pod Air with the paired with the Campfire Andromeda Golds, which were a limited kind of base forward Andromeda 2020. These are great. And actually surprisingly, the Andromedas are notoriously kind of finicky or sensitive to noise floor, and I have no issues with noise floor with the iFi Go Pod Air with the Andromeda Golds, which is fantastic. And honestly, one of the big reasons why I like this product so much and just enjoy using it is because it's got me using the Andromeda Golds again. And in general, I'm not the biggest IEM guy. Like I tend to listen to them in very niche scenarios. It's just so much easier to get something like, or just grab my AirPod Pros or my Aravana Ace 2s and just, plug them in. Because that's one of the things is, right, like to do this, it's like a, whole thing. You gotta, get it in there. Where here, I just pop it open, pop it in, do. So, I mean, there's a convenience aspect of it. This is definitely a lot more convenient than just IEMs, just because you don't have that cable dangling down. You can just pair it with your phone. And that was the other thing, is it paired instantly with my phone. I didn't have any issues with it. It paired with my MacBook Pro. And I can imagine this would pair fairly easily with a Switch 2 or a Switch. Well, not Switch, but Switch 2, because I think that one has Bluetooth. Or your Steam Decks, or maybe even a PS5 potentially with the Bluetooth adapter kind of thing, or Bluetooth. That would be some pretty cool use cases for this as well. The i5 AirPod Pro or Air GoPod, GoPod Air. These naming conventions. GoPod Air. Ah, so that being said, back to the sound of the GoPod Air. It's fantastic. It kind of, to my ears, it gives the Andromeda Gold just a little bit more bass bump than it naturally has, but just ever so. And it just really just emphasizes the IEM. I also paired it with the two pin with the Unique Melody Mess, which also is kind of a bassier one, and it kind of is very neutral in my to my ears anyways. I feel like it just gets out of the way and lets the IEM do all the heavy lifting for like sound signature and all that fun stuff, technicalities, that kind of thing. It's I was really impressed. It's been a fun listen with it, and I enjoy having this on the go. And the fact that it's got me listening to one of my all-time favorite IEMs again on the regular is pretty impressive. And especially since I'm not an IEM guy, I'd rather have over ears or like just a quick earbud just to, on the go kind of stuff. But yeah, I've been really enjoying editing photos and going out and taking photos while having these in and listening and just kind of jamming out and walking around taking photos, or in a cafe or coffee shop, what have you, and editing my photos has been fantastic. I really enjoy it. I really enjoy the sound signature that it allows the IEMs to basically just be themselves, which I was really digging. I believe that with the app that you can pair with it, it's an iFi mobile app or something like that. I believe with that, I didn't really mess with it because I'm not an EQ guy, but I believe you can go in there and mess with EQ and all that stuff and update firmware and do all the normal stuff with an app like that. I didn't even bother, to be honest. I just opened it up, plugged on the or plugged in the Andromeda Golds, put it into pairing mode, and instantly was ready to rock and listening. And I enjoyed it just out of the box like that, and that was fantastic. And the fact that it just did that without any problems was huge. So, yeah, I think this is an easy recommendation if you have a big collection, or if you don't like having wires, but you want to listen to some higher end IEMs, or you have higher end IEMs and you want to not deal with cables. This is a good option, I think. I recommend this. This is fantastic. I was really digging on it. It's a little bit on the bulkier side, but it's it's neither here nor there because it's comfortable, and it doesn't feel like it's there once it's on your ear. So yeah, anyhow, I'll let everybody have their morning, afternoon, evening back, and I'll catch everybody on the next one. This is an easy one. All right, cheers.